Welcome to all the mini enthusiasts and classic car enthusiasts. Okay, it's the morning of the 24th. This is traditionally Christmas Day in Austria. Around about 5 o'clock tonight, when the lights go on the trees, is when they give the Christmas presents, not like the 25th in the UK. So it is actually Christmas Day for them. Just the first thing I wanted to do was actually wish all the subscribers and viewers that have been watching over the last years, particularly this year where it's gone up even higher, a very, very happy Christmas. I'll wish you a new year when it's nearer the time, because I'll put up a few more videos in between Christmas and New Year, and hopefully you can enjoy them over your festive season, your time off, and enjoy them. So I want to wish you very, very much a happy Christmas, and hopefully no tears at home, or no issues, or no problems or squabbling, but just a really good, relaxing Christmas. And if you get a chance, go out and maybe do some bits and pieces on your car, because believe me, when you finish something and you know you've worked hard on it, even when you're getting to a point where the vehicle's coming back together again, it's such a you get such a buzz and such a high out of it. It really, I would recommend it to anybody, and not just cars. It could be anything. It could be restoring anything, but just to take something that's rusted and badly damaged and bring it back to life, it's such an amazing feeling. I can't put it in words how nice it is, and I find it with all the cars. In fact, I've got to a point where owning the cars is secondary. It's not important to me, the money that's in it or whatever. It's not that. It's actually bringing them back to life. So, you know, if you get a chance, go out and do this. Believe me, and do it with any project. So yeah, a really Merry Christmas to everybody. Particularly, I'd like to give the guys I'm subscribed to with the other mini channels, which is Sean, George, DB, Tom, Matt, Doug, Paul, Ben, Pete, Alex, Adam, and Cole in the US, who has mini DIY, classic mini DIY, really good channel. He's asked me to send him some stuff about this particular car, which I will do. So thank you very much for watching, subscribing, making the comments. I've had some really good comments about the Mini, and I really do appreciate it. We have put a lot of work into it, but no more than anybody else has done. So yeah, thank you for that. So as I say, there'll be more videos between after the 26th or 25th, whatever, right up until the New Year starts. We have some guests coming 29th, so from 29th to the 2nd there won't be anything, obviously, because it's New Year and people are here. So yeah, apart from that, I want to show you what the issue was. I'm sure when you watch the Mini video, and I got a lot of good compliments about the sound, and I'm very impressed with it. The engine speed, it's got to be one of the fastest Minis I've been in. It really is, but I don't want to bring the revs too high at the moment, because obviously it's a running in period. We'll do 1,000 k's, then we'll drop the oil, and on the 27th my new distributor comes, the performance distributor, which I think will make a big difference as well. But I'm very happy with it. A few little teething problems, which you would expect after you've completely done a nut and bolt restoration on a car, but I'll pick the camera up and I'll show you exactly where the issues are. So you know, that's why I've got the ramp up at the moment. It's something so silly, but you know. Oh, by the way, this is an RC40 for people that ask me. An RC40, I didn't get that with it, but you can buy this coupling, which I would definitely recommend, because otherwise it's too stiff. So where the problem is, I'll put this light on and you can, I think you can probably see it without the light, but where are we? There we go. Find the switch. There we go. So I'll pop it over this side so you can see it, or maybe you can see it. And what it is, it's these back plates, these brand new backing plates. They need some shims in them, and they're catching. So obviously, as I'm braking under heavy braking, they're tinging like that. So you can see maybe here. So I need something to hold them out on my backing plates, and that's really where the problem is. As far as the rest of the car is concerned, between Christmas and New Year, you can see now that these are right down. Well, not right down, but I took them down to about the same height. You can see it's pretty level now all the way along. They're quite difficult. Once you've got your exhaust in, they're quite difficult to get to. Not difficult, but they're like a 30mm spanner, but they're quite difficult to tighten back up afterwards. There's not much movement, so you want to think about that maybe before you put your exhaust up. But the battery box is in way one side and the exhaust the other, so it's no big deal. So what I'm going to do now over the next few days is I'm going to take the seats out on the front, and then I'm going to redo these. I'm going to actually put these seats onto the old Cooper seats that were in it, and then actually glue them and tack them and so on, and that back piece. And the idea will be now, and then you can see obviously on the rear wheel arches they need to have foam put on them, and then the leather or vinyl cover over the arch itself, inner arch, and quite a few other little bits and pieces. So I'm going to get all that done so it's finished, then get the seat belts in. And what I'm going to do now is, rather than destroy these seats, because I've had them specially made, you can see they're not in properly, they're just tucked over. I can easily pull it out, but I'll do a video on that and show you how I'm going to trim it. So what I'm going to do is when I got the car, it had these Cobra seats in it, which is what I'm going to donate to Josh Smith's site, or to Josh Smith, and the interior. And what it had in the back here was a black board, so it's actually pre-fitted to go in the back here, and a big amplifier on it, which I'm going to donate to him as well. So what I'm going to do is rather than have to cut this, because to make this work, this hinge system, I would have to have these edges cut off, these ears if you like, on either end. So rather than do that, I'm going to make these up onto this. If I want to then use it for going away, I'll use the black board which I've shown you before upstairs with the amplifier on it, which will go in there, and there's a cover for the back here in black, so it would be black on black. And then we'll put a cage, but it'll be made of a cargo netting to go in the back. So I will do a video later on once I've worked that out, but rather than destroy the seats, because I mean I did it as an exercise more than actually practically probably use it, but I would like to get it done. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing with the Mini. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. It goes as well as it looks, so I'm really quite pleased with that. A few teething issues, but we'll get it sorted. Okay, going on for Nigel, I just got an email from him. Happy Christmas to you again, Nigel. You can see that the floors are in. Actually, I'll put that on. Maybe that's better. You can see that the floors are in. That sill's not in completely on that side, but we will get it put in soon. This one is in completely. You can see there's the repair to the bottom there. We'll lead load all that, and you can see it's all in this side. This outer one's got to be put back on. It's all been treated inside. So what I'll do is I'll do all the repairs here and at the back, and then also that one over there and the top over there, which is in quite bad condition. So I'll get all that done and then start working on that inner sill on the other side, because the next thing I need to do is I need to unbolt this frame from the front, take this frame off completely. It's only just bolted on, and then we can put the engine frames back in here, which go from there up into here, and also across here. You can see this is where the engine frames would mount. So what I have to do now is I've got new plates for this, and what we do is we put the frames on, we bolt them all the way through. We on here we then attach them, put this in, attach them through these holes, and then put them in place and tack weld them, and then take the frames out and completely weld it all the way around. And this is the frame, the hinge, not hinge, but the backing plate, which has captive nuts on the back. So that's why I have to put the frames on to do that. And obviously the frames won't fit if I have this bar in the way and this. So I take this out and then I can jack it up a little bit. But you can see that this is called a reaction plate, and basically these holes here are where it attaches to where the torsion bar goes through, and then this goes through the engine frame bar. You'll see that when I put it through. There's also a bolt behind it as well, so that'll all go in and we'll check it out. So that's it. Bye for now. Thank